Hello, crafty people. And it's a Manic Monday again, Monday, March 9th, 2026. Welcome. I'm Becky, and I had an amazing weekend. I went on Polymer Clay Retreat up at Swan Lake, Florida. And it was Wednesday night, first class Thursday, and a different class Friday, and another class Saturday. Check out on Sunday. It's a summer camp. Well, there's a lot of summer in Florida. It's a camp by the lake, and it's wonderful. There was a lot of nature, beautiful trees. Spending 4 days with like-minded creatives, bonding and seeing what everybody can make. It was wonderful. I have shared all of that information over on Facebook on BC Designs page. If you can't find me, look for Becky Conley, and under my profile, I have my page should be there as well. BC Designs. That's my creative page. Becky Conley's my personal page. I hope to see you over there. Now, the retreat was, I'm going to give a shout out to Create Along. Create Along Polymer Clay. They have classes and they sell tools if you need them too. But they do some on Facebook. They have a group on Facebook that talks and supports and teaches. But they also have a website that's off Facebook where there's classes and a store where you can buy tools and accessories. Okay, and they're going to do it again next year, March 2027. It'll probably be back up at Swan Lake. So if you're interested, get over there to Create Along, check it out. If you're interested in learning about polymer clay, some really gorgeous projects. But they're over there, and I can't get you over there. So you'll have to go look at those on BC Designs. Okay, and what did I do? Oh, on the way back, I stopped in Ocala at Goodwill and I picked up some score. And I always do, I mean, these are just sticks and these are skewers. If I can find craft materials for cheap, I pick them up. And this is just for, I don't make too many, like, I don't know, I've seen people make weird things out of these popsicle sticks. I don't do that. I use them for paint stirrers instead of buying the plastic spoons. If I can buy cheap stuff at the thrift store, I will do that. And hot pink cups. No, I would never have a hot pink cup, but they're paper, and I use them for mixing my paints. Love it. And then only when I use a small amount of paint. I have my basic pouring paints in the big bottles with the little nozzle. I like to pour it out that way. But if I need one small amount of little color, I will mix it in a cup. So what else did I get? I got this little frame kit. It's for like diamond art, which I am not going to do, but it has a bunch of bling in there, little rhinestones that I can add to my polymer clay stash because I love bling on everything. And it shows, oh, that must be the background. Yep, the whole background. So I love blue, everything blue. And so there's a lot of blue bling in there. And I bought a lot of these to organize my clay supplies. And then whatever's left over, I can just use for freezing food in the freezer because I do that a lot because it's just me. But I like meal stuff. So I will make a big crock pot of something or bake some quiche, and then I will separate it into portions and freeze it, and that's how I survive. And if I have any of those left over, I can just use them for that. This was kind of cool. There it is. Pegboard jars to hold little crafting bits. And I have an art studio in Maine that is huge and has pegboards all over one wall. So I'll be able to separate some stuff that way. Paper. Oh my God, I know. Paper. Can't help it. So this is newsprint paper. So that's huge sheets of paper. That was $5. This is like craft brown paper, but cut through letter size, so I guess that'll fit through the printer or for any other crafting purpose. And that was relatively cheap too, I think. Yep, $3.18. And I got a cheese box. I don't know why I got a cheese box, but it's sturdy. I haven't even looked inside. This was $5. I just thought, I don't know, I might use it as a sewing bin or something. I'm not really sure, but I just thought it was cool. Oh, and it's got this stuff in it, but it's rugged. So, and I like it. So that's that. And I also made it on the way up to Swan Lake on Wednesday. I stopped finally at the Florida Antique Mall in Inverness. Finally made it there, and I got this really cool trivet because I at the last potluck here I brought 2 hot dishes, and I only had one hot mat, so now I have 2. I learn things as I go, because the month before I brought 2 pie things. I brought a key lime pie and chicken pies, and I only had 1 pie server, so now I have 2 pie servers. So, you know, live and learn. And I also got, I didn't find too much there. I had a couple things. I had a nice sweater in my cart, but then when I was checking out, I noticed it had spots on it, so I didn't get it. This is really cool. I'm loving the doilies, and I don't know anybody who still makes them. So I hang on to them and I buy them when I can. So this was only $4, and that, you know, is nice under a lamp on a stand with a base or whatever knick-knack you got going on. And this gorgeous rug. This was not cheap though. Well, it was overpriced too, but now this, it has purple in it too. But if you can see the colors of this room, there's a lot of purple and blue and lime green. And so it's perfect. And I noticed right before I left, I vacuumed. So when I came home, the house would be clean. The spot right here in front of my chair is getting a little beat down. So I'm going to put this rug on the floor in front of my chair just to give it some little bit of protection on the big rug that's down there. And I think that is all. Today I am unpacking from my camping weekend of polymer clay. I am reorganizing all of my polymer clay tools and supplies because I just have 3 big bins and they're all just kind of thrown in there, and I had to dig around and find things that when I was working, I need to break that down into those smaller containers. And so that's all right there. I'm going to be doing that. What else do I have? Oh, another thing I did find at the Florida. Cute as he. Now there's some, I just love that. Okay, so if you are a reseller or seller of anything, please, please think about, at least this won't ruin, but think about where you're putting your tags, because this is, sometimes you go At least they didn't put it over the maker sticker, which is good because sometimes Goodwill does that and you can't read who the maker is. You might recognize it and think that you know the pattern or whatever, but you can't tell because the price sticker's over it. Anyway, all right. What else? I am back to the grind here. Time is winding down. It is already the first week of March, so I will be leaving the first week of May. So I have probably 7 weeks to get things in order down here and ready for travel. So I'm spraying some clear finish on a few canvases today, and then I will embellish them. I was going to do epoxy on them, but with the 3D embellishments that I'm going to be using, I don't think the epoxy will be right for that canvas. So that's what I'm doing. I'm finishing up some canvases. I'm still working on the tree one. I still have the big one with the flowers on it, still working on that. And I have not done any video editing or anything, so I'm just taking one day at a time and reminding myself that I am retired and I don't really have to do anything. In my own time, I will get to it, and I'm just enjoying making art and exploring and having adventures whenever possible. So I hope that you are creating something. Oh, I wanted to mention one of the techniques that we learned, Jan taught us, it was making clay beads, polymer clay beads. Now, he showed us a technique that requires a special adapter for a clay extruder. And evidently, they're pretty rare. I can't seem to find one, and nobody's making them anymore. But they're really amazing. Like, it's this little adapter. It's a disc with a piton sticking in the middle that you put on it so that you can get a hollow tube for a bead when you extrude. And so I'm looking for one of those. If you have one that you'd like to part with, please contact me. I will pay a fair price for it. And another thing I'm looking for is a pasta machine motor. I got this little one from Hobby Lobby. It was very inexpensive, and I don't remember, probably it was under $20, probably closer to $15. And I've been using it for 2 years, but I haven't really done a whole lot of clay. And then this year at the retreat, it started squawking a little bit. So I don't know how much longer she's going to last. And I haven't been back to Hobby Lobby, but that was the last one that they had on their shelf. I'll have to go. If I have to buy another cheap one, I will. But a good one is an Italian brand for a pasta machine. I know it's like $150, and I don't really want to pay that. So I'm going to keep checking the marketplace and some auction sites and other places, thrift stores, whatever. And if I find something comparable, I will pick it up. But until then, so if you have a pasta machine motor that you'd like to part with for a fair price, hit me up. And I think that is all in my search of crafty things now. So, I mean, I have a paper addict problem. I saw some paper on the marketplace last night when I was looking for the pasta machine motor. And I think I'm gonna go get that paper. I also did find at the Goodwill a packet. It was like an HP creative packet. sticker sheets. It was a pack of 10 sheets, and then photo paper. And then it came with a disc of software of how to design and do that. I mean, sounds really 2000. I think I had that kit before, but it still works. Why not? And the paper, and it was cheap. So anyway, I got that too. I think that's it. Yeah. So, so I'm going to play some more with the clay, and I'm going to work on these canvases and get everything tightened up. And I will see you next Monday. And I hope that you are making some beautiful art too and having a few adventures of your own. All right. Take care of yourself. Have a great week. Bye.